Hello Aquarius, thank you for joining me today. I hope you are doing well. This reading will be for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Aquarius, what say you? Why are we here today? I'm going to do a reading for the Grand Water Trine in Scorpio. Aquarius. Aquarius, da, da, da. Aquarius. This is your time to shine, Aquarius. Not only are we in the Aquarian age, Pluto is in your sign, so this is your world. This is your world right now, Aquarius. This is your world, okay? Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Thank you for your support. Do I gotta pick the card out? I might gotta pick the card. Surrender. Aquarius. You are being asked to let go of your need to control each part of your life and surrender to the universe. Pluto is in your sign, so you guys may be a little bit more intense at this time. Intense, passionate, controlling, obsessive. Control is an illusion and is exhausting to try to hold on to it. Let it go and allow yourself to enjoy the relief that comes from doing so. So people tend to hold on to, or they need to control things out of fear. You're afraid of something. You guys may be millennials, Pluto and Scorpio. Millennials are afraid of everybody. They're afraid of marriage. They're afraid of commitment. They're afraid of money. They're afraid of men, women. Millennials, grew up during Pluto and Scorpio. So that was 1983, 84 to 1995. And this was a very intense period for the world. We had the HIV epidemic, we had crack and cocaine and drugs in the United States, we had the crime wave, we had government intervention in South America. It was really intense. So millennials are very guarded, very paranoid, and we like to have control over everything and everybody, okay? So you're being asked right now, Aquarians, to surrender control and to relinquish fear, because the universe is working in your favor at this time. The ball's in your court. Things will fall into place naturally. When you're being asked to surrender, it means that you've done all the work that you can do. There's nothing left for you to do here. So whatever you are working towards, you'll get the reward for that, right? If something is meant to leave your life, there's nothing else you can do to fix that, okay? So surrender control. Stop trying to control outcomes. Doing too much. Okay? Let us continue, please. Which deck? All right, Aquarius, let us continue, please. Let us continue. Some of you guys are really funny, too. Great sense of humor. You love to laugh or make people laugh. You guys are funny. People enjoy your company as well. Okay, Aquarius, what's going on here? Knight of Cups. This is Pisces energy. This is your second house of self-esteem value. You could be dealing with a Pisces, someone of rising signs. You may have Pisces in your chart. The second house represents self-esteem, what we value, what we have, what we're holding on to. So, yeah, you could be holding on to emotional attachments or relationships or people or feelings. You might have to surrender your feelings or a person that represents these feelings. Also, you guys may have spent the past 14 years trying to control people with your money. Like giving money to people to garner support or loyalty or love from them. Letting go of that. You might have a compulsive need to spend or or to prove your worth to someone by giving them something, giving them money. Pisces in your chart somewhere. Could be Mercury, could be Venus, other planets, Jupiter, depends. Queen of Swords. This is your energy, or Libra. We have two totally different energies. This is in conjunction. Now, the in conjunction represents incompatible energies. This is the Virgo polarity, or Virgo or Scorpio. Okay. Not the polarity, the harmonic. The Virgo or Scorpio are harmonic. 150 degrees to 210 degrees. You may have yods in your chart reflecting this, okay? So if you are an Aquarius and you have planets in like, you have signs in Cancer, and then you have one in Virgo, that's a yod. Okay, planets in Virgo or Cancer, that's a yod for you. You might have yods in your chart. For some reason, I'm seeing a yod. And when people have yods, they tend to compartmentalize things to justify doing things that don't make sense. So, okay. For example, someone says, I'm tired of being with people who take advantage of me and use me for my money. But then, every time you meet somebody new, you keep leading with your money. I'll do this for you. I'll do that for you. So, but you're like, well, they need my help, right? That's compartmentalization to justify doing what you want to do anyway. So you have an insecurity about your self-esteem and your self-worth. You may be spending money to compensate for those insecurities, trying to control people with money. It's not working. Whatever you're doing to control people, it's not working anymore, okay? The Queen of Swords is your 9th house of beliefs, travel, ideals, higher education, spirituality. I don't know, there's something about a Libra person or Pisces person or person who represents these energies, or this could be the 9th house energies and just in general, like you were taught or trained to believe something is not true. And this belief is out of alignment with your values or the things you value. So we got Pisces representing submission and surrender. The Queen of Swords representing detachment, right? But the 2nd house is about attaching to things that you value. So it's like you are giving people things that you value in order to gain control over them. Because you believe that if you're giving and giving and giving, then they're entitled, they're obligated to be loyal to you in some way, shape, or form. Some of you guys are in denial about using your money to control people. You're in denial about that. That's also the in conjunction. You're not seeing it. You don't think you control or try to control people, or you don't think you're controlling. Because you're detached from it. Like, well, it makes sense to do that. If somebody needs help, why don't you just help them, right? But that's not why you're helping them. You're helping them to control them. Because if they don't do what they want you to do, you'll stop helping them. So you have to surrender some idea, or some belief, some value system that says that if you want love, you have to pay for it. You guys may have Venus in Capricorn, Saturn in 2nd house, Saturn square Venus, aspecting Venus, Chiron in Taurus, Chiron in the 2nd house. If you want love, you got to pay for it. Virgo, Venus in Virgo. You don't have Venus in Virgo if you are Aquarius sun, but this is the polarity point for Pisces, the 7th house, right? So Virgo is opposing Pisces. This could be you or different people in your life. These could be different relationships that are teaching you these lessons. You could have been with a Pisces, a Libra, a Virgo, Earth sign, right? And these people are teaching you. This is a part of the yod too. I mentioned the yod earlier of Cancer and Virgo with Aquarius, okay? But Pisces and Libra are also yods. So someone is not seeing how they're contributing to their own unhappiness. You guys may overgive or overextend yourself thinking, I'm just a nice person. And you may be a nice person, but you're doing that to control people. Page of Wands. All these court cards. A lot of people in your life. This is your time, Aquarius. Lots of energy, lots of interaction, lots of relationships. This could be an immature person, an immature fire sign. This could be you, but other air signs you were dealing with. Children. This is a childhood wound that you have. Okay. Wands represent spirit, children, worthiness, just by being, not by doing, or by feeling, or by thinking. I think, therefore I am. That's the air signs. This is just, I am, therefore I am. I have value because I exist. At a young age, your value came from doing things for other people. Virgo energy. Being of service to others in some way, shape, or form. You may have afflictions in your 6th house. Virgo is not your 6th house. Virgo is your 8th house. And this is the house of other people's resources. Your 6th house is Cancer. Nurturing, giving, codependency. Overextending yourself. If you're comfortable and safe, I'm comfortable and safe. If you're happy, I'm happy. That's Cancer energy, but also that's Virgo too. So you guys have this tendency to overgive and overextend yourself to make other people happy. But then, I don't know, those things fall apart. You get mad and you destroy those relationships. You sabotage them because it's not sustainable. It is not sustainable for you to keep being the one that's giving all the time while people keep taking from you. Yes, they're there, but they're only there because they're taking from you. You have to surrender the need to control people, period. And you're using money to do this, or acts of service. If I'm helpful to you, then you have to love me. Aquarius, okay? High Priestess, Pisces energy, also Cancer, but this is, Pisces energy. Your 2nd house of values, monies. Cancer's here too, potentially, because we have the moon here. It's Pisces and or Cancer. Cancer is your 6th house. That's a part of the yod. Pisces is your 2nd house of your values, your resources. You're not aware of, or you're lying to yourself about why you're doing these things. It's eluding you because you're compartmentalizing and justifying what you're doing because you're getting something out of it. So you're not just giving to people out of the kindness of your heart. You might do that in some cases, but you overextend yourself to people to earn their love. 4 of Wands. There's something that happened in your childhood. And it's evading you. For some reason. Is it you're not aware of it? You don't want to acknowledge it? You're not paying attention to it? It's going to take concerted effort for you to realize that there's a pattern of behavior in your relationships that's consistent with whatever wound you're trying to avoid dealing with self-value. This is Aries energy. Aries is your 3rd house. But Aries, again, represents self-esteem, self-worth, self-value, the right to exist, the right to be born, my life, right? You guys may have felt like you could only exist, or you were only, like, people only tolerated you because you were giving them stuff. You were doing stuff for them. And so your way of, like, making sure that people didn't leave your life in some way or didn't treat you bad or whatever, your way of preventing abandonment or avoiding abandonment or delaying abandonment was to overextend yourself, give everything you have to people who are ungrateful. Then you end up with nothing or less than what you deserve. So surrender the need to control people. This is coming from childhood. You're not aware of it. I'm getting 12th house vibes too. This is the subconscious, which is the 12th house, which is Pisces. So you subconsciously or you're unconsciously giving your money away or giving your value away to people who don't deserve it because you're trying to earn their love and to control them. If I control them, they can't leave me. There's an abandonment issue here. What about the Knight of Water and the Queen of Swords, please? Queen of Wands, yep. The Queen of Wands is a very attractive, confident, vivacious woman. This is a Leo or an Aries or Sagittarius. You could have learned to be this way because of a fire sign woman in your life. You guys got fire in your chart as well. And the Queen of Wands forms a yard to Virgo and Pisces. If this is Leo, she forms a yard. No, sorry, if this is Aries, she forms a yard to Virgo. Here. This could be any fire sign. But the Queen of Wands is a very confident woman, and you don't feel that way. The Queen of Wands is not the Knight of Cups. She doesn't do that. She does what she does not overextend herself for anybody. She gives as good as she gets, or she will only give to people who are capable of reciprocating in kind or even more so. Like, she's not overextending herself for anybody because she's the prize. You don't think you're the prize. So this is your way of seducing them by giving them, overextending yourself, right? Ten of Cups is something about family dynamic. You may have learned this from a fire sign woman. I'm getting Pisces a lot. Pisces is here. You could have a parent with Pisces placements. Mother figure, Knight of Queen. This is the Empress, right? Knight of Pentacles. And the Empress. Okay. So Knight of Pentacles and the Empress. The Empress is a self-assured. What's all these court cards? These are different people or different women who've had an influence or impact on the way you think about things. I would say that even, okay, the Empress does not work for what she has. But I feel like you have been worked, or you work really hard to gain people's approval, to be of service to people who are less than you, who are not giving you anything. This is like somebody who, for example, you might be dating someone who doesn't have a job. You have a job, you have your own place, but instead of that person trying to make the relationship work by doing more to prove that they're worthy of your time, you'll do everything for that person. You'll serve the person who you're taking care of. You're taking care of them and you're serving them. And they're just sitting back like the Empress. But you're the Empress. But you're making them feel like the Empress because of how you're taking care of them. There's an energy transference here. Somebody, I don't know, clarify the Page of Wands, please. Six of Wands, upright. Attention, success, validation, right? You could be thirsty for attention or desperate for attention by any means necessary. And it's, okay, here's the thing. This is like somebody who dates men or women who don't have anything, who need them. And now they have control. The Aquarius has control over this person. And that control will garner them attention and affection. So you have to be here. There is an abandonment issue here. Somebody's afraid of being abandoned or rejected if they don't give enough, if they don't overextend themselves. So it's like I'm giving you money to control you, to keep you here, to stop you from abandoning me. I'm buying your love in some way. And these are people who don't really deserve you. These are people who are not on your level financially. Clap for the High Priestess and the Four of Wands. It's like you were taught to buy love or sacrifice. Ten of Wands, yeah. You're doing all the work. I'm going to sum this up because I feel like I'm all over the place. King of Cups. So here's the deal. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising signs. At a young age, you were taught that, or you were trained or conditioned to believe that love was conditional and you were only lovable when you did things for other people. Love was not unconditional for you. Your parents may have treated you that way. They may have only complimented you when you did things for them or gave things to them. So in your relationships with people, as you got older, you started giving things to people and doing things for them, not just to help them out because you're a good person, because you wanted to control them and maintain or sustain their interest or their attention, because your parents did not give you attention unless you did something for them, either giving them money or doing good in school or helping them around the house. You did not feel loved unless you made somebody else's life easier, being of service to other people. So now you have 10 of Wands here and the King of Cups. This is a burden. It's a burden to maintain and sustain this type of relationship. And so that's why you've been single a lot. You've had a lot of different partners, a lot of different people in your life. Because they're all teaching you the same lesson. To surrender to control. Stop trying to control people and force people to be in your life by way of like manipulating them with stuff, buying their affection, buying their loyalty, buying their attention, right? Being useful to them. If they need me, they won't abandon me. They won't reject me. They'll compliment me. They'll give me attention. They'll see my value. I only have value when I'm doing something for somebody else. Until I'm drained dry, I have nothing left, I'm in debt, I'm behind on my bills, and I can't sustain this. And then you just flip out and you break up with them. Uranus comes out. Uranus pops out and you just cut things off with this person because it's not sustainable. Whatever you're doing is not sustainable. Whatever you're doing to control these people, you cannot maintain it. So if you started the relationship by tricking off on somebody, at some point it's too expensive to keep tricking off. And this person is doing nothing to reciprocate. They're bringing nothing into the home or the relationship. So now you're like reconsidering your belief systems or your values about money and usefulness and your self-worth. You're surrendering control. Once you stop trying to control people, your desire or your need to give and give and give and overextend yourself will probably disappear overnight. You're using your money to control people. Okay, let us continue with Aquarius. I'm hearing my love is free, my love is free, my love is free. There's a song called My Love is Free. By who? Dun, 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 dun. What's the name of the group? My love is free, my love is free. Doesn't cost a dime, baby. My love is free. You can get it anytime. My love is free. You can get it from me. My love is free, my love is free, my love is free, free, free. This came out in the 1970s. Every time I record, I can't remember nothing. You guys can look it up. The song came out in was it name it called? I don't know, Beyond Doubt, some song, I forgot. But it's called My Love is Free. My love is free, so somebody's love is free. Love is free. Okay? The cost of living's at an all-time high. But you get my loving, one good try, something like that. Something like, it's like someone is offering their love to someone for free. It's like you don't have to work so hard to get love, or the world is becoming colder, more expensive. The only thing that's guaranteed is my love, not the money. I can't remember the lyrics. I'm hearing it. But again, when I do my channeling, my left brain gets turned off. I have to learn how to merge the two. Aquarius. Advice for Aquarius, please. My love is free, free, free. Aquarius. It doesn't cost a dime. Where can I ask for more help in my life? Until we can receive with an open heart, we're never really giving with an open heart, right? You're giving to control. When we attach judgment to receiving help, we knowingly or unknowingly attach judgment to giving help. So you're the kind of people, Aquarius, who date people who need you. If they don't need me, then I can't control them. Today, ask someone for help and receive it with an open heart, surrendering. I ask for what I want and I'm open to receiving it. Am I on the right path? Sometimes we second guess what we're doing. We lose trust in the process and question if we are even on the right path at all. You've been making the same mistakes in relationships for years. Know this, you're on the right path. Keep going, keep believing. And I think your path is surrender, pulling back, withholding affection or love or money from these people until they prove to you they're worthy of it. Keep remembering you made a soul contract that you're currently fulfilling in every area of your life. Even if you can't see it, that doesn't mean it's not real. Today, search for all the ways you are aligned with your soul's purpose. The signs will appear. Let this newfound trust fuel your next steps, okay? So you can't surrender until you trust in the universe. You'll feel much more relieved once you stop trying to control people with your money or sex. Advice, please, for Aquarius. Advice, please, for Aquarius. Advice, please, for Aquarius. Positive action. I focus on the beauty in me and I find silence. Surrender. I live and honor the present by doing what I can do now. What I cannot change, I let go of and entrust God. You're being asked to let go of your need to control your part of life and surrender to the universe. Control is an illusion. Okay? Let me get the keywords for Aquarius, then I'm going to close it out. Actually, 2 more cards. Keywords for Aquarius, please. Come on now. Okay, we have jealousy. That had to come out. Leo energy. The feeling of wanting what someone else has. Being angry at someone because they're better off than you. Not wishing well, wondering, you could be a victim of this. But also, again, if you're jealous of other people's relationships, you're going to be desperate enough to buy love from someone who's not worthy of it because you want what somebody else has. You're comparing yourself to other people. This could even be you, like, trying to poach somebody's man or take somebody's relationship or competing for love. And then you're giving all this attention and money to a dusty, trying to buy their affection and to seduce them away from somebody else. So you don't really care about the quality of the person. You just want to control that person by any means necessary. Especially if they have a relationship, if they're already in a relationship. If they have a girlfriend, it's not about the guy. It's about the idea of taking something from somebody else that they deem as value. So now that person is valuable because they have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, and you want what that person has. And this is a very shadowy Aquarian. It's not all you guys, but okay. Gray, murky situation. More to be seen. Look deeper. Depression that is deep, right? This is the in conjunction. There's more than meets the eye here. You're not just being nice and accommodating and friendly because, you're a good person. That's a part of it. But you know, there's something insidious here too. You want to control them, especially if you're millennial, especially. Well, you have a lot of Scorpio placements in your chart. Venus in, not Scorpio, Venus in the 8th house. Venus square Pluto. Venus conjunct Pluto. You might have Venus square Pluto. If you have Venus in Scorpio and Venus in Aquarius and you're a millennial, you have Venus square Pluto. So that kind of possessiveness, wanting to control people with your resource or sex, competing for the affections of somebody else, seducing them with money. This man has a girlfriend or a wife and you're splurging on them and you're spoiling them to prove to that person that you're worthy of being with. Leave them alone. Be with me. I can take care of you better than they can. I can love you better than she can. That kind of energy. Okay. And one more. Then I'll get into Pisces and then a collective reading. Pisces. What did I just say? Competition. I can love you better than she can. I know sometimes things can get rough between. But what's the word? I can't, listen, every time I start a video, I can't remember nothing. The word just slipped out of my head. Anyway, Mary J. Blige, I can love you better than she can. And that's jealousy. That's the polarity point, Pisces, Virgo, relationships, right? 2nd, 8th house energies, okay? I want that man or that woman because somebody else wants them too. Competition, summon courage and self-confidence. You guys may be in competition with other women or men, and so you may use your money to seduce the person you want from other options. I can do more for you than they can. I can cook for you, clean for you, take care of your house. I can be every woman. I'm every woman. It's all in me, right? Everything you want, then, baby. I do it naturally. That's your theme song. So you're doing everything for this person who's just sitting around like they're King Kong with crusty feet, sitting around doing nothing all day. You're paying all the bills. You're cooking for them, cleaning for them. See, I can do it better than the other girls can. And it's not sustainable. Then you crash out because you're burnt out. Because you still can't control the person. They're still going to cheat regardless. And they'll cheat with someone who's doing nothing for them. They will cheat with someone who's doing nothing for them. All right, Aquarius. Thank you for listening. If you want to order a personal reading, the link in the description box. I look forward to hearing your feedback. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon.